Okay, so let's start our lecture number B for part number 1, understanding the user interface of ArcGIS. Now for ArcGIS, we did our first lecture, which was about Introduction to ArcGIS, part 1. Now the second lecture is understanding the user interface. Let's open the ArcGIS as well. You can see the ArcGIS is opening. It's the arc map that we are actually going to open. You can search it here. You can type in arc map in your computer, and you can see it's arc map here, right? You can select it. You also have the other softwares that are associated with it, just like ArcScene and ArcGlobe. The version is 10.4.1 2015 ESRI already reserved, and it have been loaded here. Now once this is loaded, you have the getting started window. You can either change the folders or anything from here, or you can just go and make a new folder connection there. I would make a new folder connection. You can see it's a default geodatabase for this map. It means they want me to open any recent map or work that I was doing, or they want me to select just cross this and go and open a new file. So because I want to make a new file, so I would just not select this. Maybe in your option this option is open in your case because you are using the ArcGIS for the first time ever. So maybe this is open. You can click on this and then you can select your default geodatabase file or folder. How you can select that, let me tell you. Because I have this option locked, I would cancel it and I would click on new. Now we are at the same page, right? Now we will be having this sort of a folder there. So just click on that and select your folder wherever you want to make your default geodatabase file. And default this will be a folder where your settings, your options, your work will be saved. So you want to select this folder very carefully and remember that, right? So what you can do is either you can just select the file or folder from anywhere here. If you don't see it here, just go to this option with the plus and select your folder. So I'm just going to select a folder quickly somewhere in my computer. You can also select it, and here we go. And then ArcGIS, and then ArcGIS lectures part 1b, make a new folder, and okay. Now it's empty. Now here you would click on this option which says new file geodatabase. Click on that and now it's done, right? This is your default geodatabase. Just add it and okay. So this is our arc map or ArcGIS, where we have created the folder, we have connected it to our work. Now whatever work you do here will be saved to that folder. Now let's discuss about these different windows here. First of all, you can see here it's just like a usual file, edit, view, bookmark, insert, and other options here that you can always visit and see the different settings if you want. Below that we have this print and like open, new, and save, print, paste, etc. options, add data options. Then this one is a very important one, from where you can open your different other tables or settings. Like for example, if you click on table of contents, so it will open this one. It's already open in my case. These are the at the left end, having the table of contents is something where your layers are being visible. These are the layers that you would be working on. Whatever is opened here in later stages, it will be shown here. You can either hide them or unhide them, right? Maybe you will want me to add something here and show you that. So let me add something here. Let me add a DEM here. Okay, so I'm adding a SRTM here, just a random SRTM. You don't have to worry about that one, so that we can understand it better. Now in this SRTM, you can see this is a layer that have been shown here. So it means that whatever you add here or whatever settings are here, it will be shown here. You can uncheck that and it will be not displayed here. It will be hidden now. So these are the layers that we can see here. You can right click here and you can see different settings of this layers that you can do. Zoom to layer, join and relates, that we'll see later. The data and edit features and properties. In properties you have really interesting settings that you can see. You can see the general description like layer name, description and other things. And you can see the source, like what type of column and rows, bands and cell size, like raster. If it's a raster, so what sort of cell size you're having. We'll talk about this later, not now, because we want to make this video a general video. So these are the different things that you can see about this layer here. At the right side, you're having the other options that you can see. Like if you want to open these things, you can either click here like catalog and it will be open here. In this catalog you have your folders which are connected to ArcGIS. Now we created a folder recently, this one, it was this one, right? We created a new file geodatabase, so it's visible. In your case you must be also having a folder that you just created and a new file geodatabase there as well. So this is where your settings are being saved, right? Okay, so this is the Arc catalog for you. The next one that you can see here is the search. If you click on it, you can see these are the search there. These are all the things that you can see here in your ArcGIS. You can search them directly here instead of opening the different windows and going. You can just write it here and you can open them. The next one is Arc Toolbox. This is an important one. These are all the important tools that we can use later, and based on that we can work. You can see just these different tools, right? And you can use them. So these are the tools. At the bottom we have zoom in, these options, and here we have another important one, identify. Identify is something, if you take your mouse and click on any point, it will tell you the details of that point, like the coordinates. You can see the coordinates here in decimal degrees, but if you want to change the units of this, you can just click on here and you can change the units from here. You can display it in any units that you want to, any point. So any point on your map can be displayed by identify tool directly. Then we have another option, that is measure tool. For measure tool, you can just use that tool to measure the distance between 2 points or a line or anywhere in your map. You can see in the screen that I'm just trying to move my mouse and it gives me the distance from one point to another point accordingly, right? So the next one is the go to XY coordinate. If you want to go to any specific coordinates, you can go there. Let's say, for example, if I use my identify tool here and I see that we have these coordinates there, I'll just copy them, right? I just copied these and we will copy them in, maybe let's say UTM, right? So I copied this coordinate here, right? Now if I go to XY and let's say I want to go to that point which I just copied, I entered it here in the same format, and now I will just click on flash. You can see it's flashing that point which coordinate I have entered. So this is a handy tool, right? Maybe you want to go to a place, like let's say you want to go to your house or your location which is of your interest. You can add the coordinates of that in any format and just click on flash. It will flash it. If you are confirmed that this is your location, you can even place that point. You can say add and it will be added there, right? Later on you can just use this point to display different features. Now this is not a point which can be used for something, it's just for a reference. If you want to use this point for your data, you'd have to add it using shapefiles. We'll do that in the next lecture, don't worry. For this time we just want to learn that what we can do here, right, with these different options. After that we have the creator viewer window, which you can open and you can see the the different views of this specific location. If you want to, you can zoom in, etc, etc. Below that we have the editor window, which you can just click on start editing and it will start the work that you want to do in this map. Now when is this tool used? This tool is used whenever you want to create a line, or you want to create some sort of a polygon or a point or something, right? So you can just click on create features. You can create those features here. So for this we will come back to this place later in the upcoming videos and we'll use that, and then you'll understand what is this. But for the time being, I hope you know that this is an editor toolbox from where you can do different edits on your maps. So at the right side we have different tools and catalogs that we can see, search options. In the middle we have our map or location that we're working on. At the left we have layers, and here we have different tools that we can also use. Also, if you want to open, let's say a map or a base map and work on that map, you can also open that from here. Add a base map. You can see different types of maps are visible here. Let's say we click on OpenStreetMap, you can add it here, and let's wait for it to load. Make sure that whenever you are working here, it takes some time to load the things, right? You can see it's now getting loaded. Let's select this, and if you see, this location is loaded based on my input. I added this raster here, so it's now loaded here on the map. It's loaded exactly on the point which I loaded earlier, right? So this is where we were in our raster. And if I want to just hide this, I can just hide this, and you can see this is the point and this is the whole map which we can see here. So this is a base map that you can load here. So for this video, I hope this much information must be enough. We'll continue in the next lecture and discuss further about ArcGIS. So thank you very much.